YouTube? Kenny Gaines back here again. So today we got a Bill Burr video. Where are you from? This is from a recent podcast. Never heard it before, so let's get straight into it, guys. Like, comment, subscribe, go check out my merch, go check out my Patreon, and let's get it, baby. Let's go.
Where are you from? Billy boy, tell me where are you from? Charming Billy. What song is that? He's a young boy that wants to go scouting like a scout. All right, where are you from, Bill? Hey, Billy boy, O.D. O.D.? That's O-D-E-E. Not sure if you saw it floating around Twitter, but there was an article written by a guy who said it's racist when people ask where he's from.
Dude, this is a big one in Ireland, guys. I don't know if it's inherently racist, but it's definitely stupid and the dumbest thing to say. Don't just say, where are you from? I always just say, hey, are you from Galway? Or, hey, are you from the city that I'm in currently? I'm mostly in Galway. I'm sometimes in Dublin. I just say, are you from Dublin? They could be Asian, black, Muslim, whatever. And most of the time, those people appreciate that question, right? Most recently, I was talking to two Arabic girls, or maybe they were Lebanese. I don't know where the fuck they were from, but they said, no, we're from, I said, you're from Galway. They said, no, we're from Kilkenny and somewhere else. That's all, guys. No in-depth, where you're from, you know what I mean? Because it just comes off as kind of half racist when they're different, color or race or whatever. So,
Why? I ask people where they're from all the time if they have an accent, because the rest of the world interests me. Anyways, he says, I'm a Pakistani-born American, and I drive Uber/Lyft and anything else they'll let me. I love it when people ask me where I'm from because it makes me and my country more human to them. How many Pakistani people do you know? One. And then there's a couple others that I might know, but I'm not going to ask them what they are, because then they'll, if they're Indian or they're not Pakistani, you guys are like fucking, Michigan and Ohio State. I don't want to start that shit up.
And basically just not, it's like Ireland, England, or American, Canada, basically like different like that. Right?
You're in a fairly diverse city. Exactly, Bill. Probably only a few, if any. So that's why I love it. I don't like how you just fucking assume that shit, even though you were right. Sometimes I just say one of those countries that gets bombed a lot. Some laugh, some apologize on behalf of their army. So we're not bombing you guys. I thought that was India. I don't want to start it up. I know you guys are. The problem is people in Pakistan, in India, they're Led Zeppelin fans, all right? And then Zeppelin wrote that song, Kashmir, and then that just started the whole shit up again. As far as I know, that's what's going on over there. So I say, ask me where I'm from, and don't worry about the occasional insecure guy who doesn't like to hear it. Thank you for all the laughter. Well, yeah, I mean, it's kind of like, it's probably because they got treated like shit. I mean, there's a difference between like, hey, man, where you from? That's a cool accent. As like, as being like, dude, where the fuck are you from? I mean, that's not a good one. Underrated.
Dude, Bill Burr can make anything funny, man. This shit is just so perfect. Like, living in Ireland, every single person, like, where are you from kind of thing. And like, unless you're like this white person, everyone's just like, oh, you're like, not from here. And it's like, dude, like, legit talk about prejudice, talk about assuming shit, you know what I mean?
Rated. Working with people who know the next step. You don't have to ask for the hammer or reach for the next piece of plywood. It doesn't matter what you're doing. If the person you're working with can handle doing what they're doing and also seeing the project as a whole. I'm writing this because I'm currently experiencing that. Unlike the last Dumbo who slowed me down so much that I missed my own anniversary dinner to meet a contractual deadline. Now, wait a minute. You're blaming the person who hands you the shit? I don't know. You should have been cracking the whip a little fucking hard. Is that politically incorrect as a white person to use that fucking expression? Let's see. Let's look that up. We'll end the podcast on that. Is it passe? I do know as a white person you wouldn't want to say that to a black person. I can pretty much guess that. All right. You guys don't start stepping it up. You're going to make me have to start cracking the whip. Excuse me? All right. Cracking the whip. I mean, I don't even need to be origin. Maybe it's a horse racing thing. We'll see. Origin. Come on. Oh,
He's Googling is the term. Oh my God.
I have the slowest internet. Crack the whip. An expression for using one's authority to urge subordinates to work harder or behave better. Crack the whip traces its origins to the 17th century horse-drawn wagon drivers, according to the American Heritage Dictionary of Idioms. Cracking the whip, racism claim fails. Cracking the whip is not a racial term. I love when white people do that shit. Actually, it's not a racial term, even if it reminds you of slavery. So I'm going to continue saying it while I do the tomahawk chop.
Yeah.
Just because that's what human beings do. You can't tell me what to do. I'm going to take it to that level. Anyway, whatever. You can't have everything. All right, that's it. I almost said you can't have your cake and eat it. And I was like, wait, was that a reference to slavery? No, that was a cakewalk. I mean, how do you even keep up to it? It's so funny, like how many fucking sayings came out of slavery that stuck around. You know, there weren't any slaves up north. We didn't come up with any sayings. Oh, dude, this is going to be like a tea party. That's when I came from throwing people's lawn furniture over the fucking the back railing of a porch or something.
That's funny.
And it's a reference to it. I don't fucking know what it is. All right, that's it. Go fuck yourselves, and I'll check in on you on Thursday.
Best way to end a podcast. Go fuck yourselves. Yeah, guys. So that's Bill Burr, basically his take on that. In Ireland, you guys definitely like people just where are you from, and like they expect you to say a county. I'm like, I'm from Galway, dude, and they're like, oh no, you're definitely American. Everyone, bro, I've been getting that my whole life. Oh, you're American. I'm like, all right. Too much TV coupled with, you know, American, Canadian girlfriends, friends, guy friends, all that stuff. So definitely beginning that my whole life. So it's pretty funny. People literally, I remember a couple weekends ago, this girl was saying to me, where are you from? And she was like giving out to me in the pub. In the pub, she was giving out to me saying I'm not Irish. Then she was trying to get other people around me, other guys, to try and convince them that I wasn't Irish. And I was like, bitch, you racist. I said to her, I was like, alright, girl. I was like, you're definitely British or something. I was trying to come up with the worst thing you could say to an Irish, you know, because obviously I know the worst thing to say to an Irish person. I was like, bitch, you're definitely like British. Get out of here. Give me back my 6 counties. And I just kept saying all this kind of shit, you know? And bro, she got so mad. She was like, that I can tell already that you know that I'm not from, I can tell that you're already definitely not Irish because an Irish person wouldn't say that. Wouldn't call me British. I'm like, bitch, you're just so fucking stupid. Like, you're not smart, you're not intellectual enough to know that I'm trolling you, right? Which is hilarious because I got her so bad, but she got so mad. So that was pretty hilarious. So hope you guys like that, man. If you guys want to hear any more stories about my weekend stories Wednesdays, that'll be pretty funny segment. Then leave a like, comment down below. Love you guys all, and I'll see you guys in the next video, man. Peace.